Welcome back to GTU. Are you tired of looking at your old, outdated bath or shower? Maybe it still has that 70s or 80s vibe. It could be time for a refresh.
Well, here to help in the sponsored interview is West Shore Home General Manager John Casagrande. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, explain what West Shore does and why it sets you apart from all the others.
Sure. So I mean, as a whole, you know, we're a tear out and remodel company for specifically the shower space here in Salt Lake City. And what sets us apart, you know, as far as in the market, I'm sure you hear like lots of complaints of, you know, poor quality workmanship, cheap products, and just overall, you know, dissatisfaction with, you know, unmet expectations. I'm sure you've heard all the horror stories in the home remodel space, but our goal as a company is to design our processes around customer satisfaction to make it, you know, easier and convenient for our customers to have this done.
Okay, speaking of the process, what is that? How does it begin?
Sure. So, I mean, obviously, if you were to give us a call out today, you know, we could have a live agent on the phone setting an appointment with you. We could be out here at home in as little as 24 hours. Design consultant comes out, we go ahead and design a shower with you, and they're going to go over some things with you. Mainly, the big thing that we're looking to, you know, showcase to you is that, you know, our process is easy and convenient, right? So, what does that look like? How do we make it easy for you? Number one, we guarantee our prices. So, you know, inflation costs, labor costs. Let's say if you were to decide to, you know, have this quote here, 6 months down the road, you want to move forward. We lock it in, we guarantee our price for a whole entire year, which makes us a little bit different there.
That's huge.
Yeah. The other thing is we kind of remove surprise costs out of the equation. I'm sure you've heard of, you know, contractors coming in and they say, here, I'm going to give you an estimate for this project. And next thing you know, they're doing the project and they're like, oh, hold the phone. I've got this, and this that I'm going to add to the cost here. So they've got whatever it is torn out and they're holding you ransom and saying, I'm going to need $2,000 more, whatever it is, right?
And you have to do it.
And you have to do it, right? So you're kind of held hostage in that situation. So when we come in and do a shower remodel, basically we're going to remove that unit. We're going to take a look at what's pre-existing, and we're going to mitigate any pre-existing damage, be it, you know, water damage, mold and mildew. We're going to update the plumbing, P-trap, drain, supply lines at no additional cost to the customer. And then I think last but not least, one of the big benefits of us is, you know, even on the news a couple of weeks ago, you had the stories of the guy stealing deposits as a contractor. Right, so there's a lot of things, there's a lot of risk with doing a project like this. So we remove some of that risk by allowing customers an option to move forward with zero out of pocket. So kind of takes away that risk.
That's a win-win. Let's talk about how you work with the customers and what options are available. Do you help with them, and they can choose the color, the hardware, all of those things?
So the cool thing about what we do is we're not just going to drop in a single solitary replacement that you're kind of confined to. There's hundreds of options at your fingertips. You know, you've got things that look like a marble, a granite, you know, beautiful, you know, tile. So we have, like I said, hundreds of options that you can go over, your hardware. And when you go over that with a design consultant, they're going to take every selection that you have and they're going to plug it into our exclusive design application. So what that looks like is when you decide that, hey, this is the right thing for me, you're going to have a clear depiction of what that finished product looks like from day one.
All right, so this seems easy. When it comes time for installation, how does that work?
I'm glad you asked that. So our installation process is super easy. Our installers, some of the best in the industry, right? So we're not your regular general contractor that's going to subcontract out all of our work. All of our guys are W-2 installers, factory trained and certified. They do this 52 weeks out of the year, 6 days a week. So what that means is they're not doing a deck one day, you know, kitchen cabinets the next, a shower model one day. You get
They're
what
specialized.
I'm saying. Yeah, they're the heart surgeons of the shower area. So, you know, when we come out to your home, we're going to have that shower torn out probably within an hour, 2 hours tops. And then as far as going through the rest of the process, they're going to keep you, up to date with what we're doing throughout the day. Usually it's a one-day process because of their experience and expertise.
Wow.
What I also like what you do is that a lot of people who are living in place and they want to change out their tub for a walk-in shower, is that process pretty simple? It can be overwhelming to redo your bathroom, but when for elderly folks or people with disabilities, they might want to change that out.
That's probably a good 60 to 70% of our business. I want to say most of the customers that have a dire need, right? You get elderly, like you said, they don't have family anywhere nearby and they don't want to go into like an assisted living facility or something like that. So they want to have their own space where they can step in, conveniently without having, all that added cost. So we can get that done relatively quick and easy. It's the same process. We pull it out, mitigate any pre-existing issues. We give them options for low step overs, grab bars, slip-resistant surfaces. And it's super easy and convenient.
All right, any special sales going on right now at West Shore Home?
Absolutely. So there's a promotion that we're running right now. We can get payments as low as $99 a month, depending on the selections that you have. And in addition to that, you also have an additional $500 off if you call us today.
That is a great deal, everybody. Information on your screen and, as always, on our website, westshorehome.com. There's also a phone number there. Head to abc4.com/GTU, and we'll give you a link. Our thanks to West Shore Home for this sponsored interview. Thank you for stopping by the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.